Hi guys, this is going to be chapter 2 in my crazy life story. All right. And if I seem a little down, it's because I am. And I have a family member in the hospital in a coma right now. And anyway, you know, I'm just praying for him. But anyway, I'm just a little bit down about it, and I don't want to, you know, like give away his medical, you know, history or anything like that on YouTube, right? But just know that's why I'm a little bit sad right now. But anyway, let's just get started. And so for chapter 2, and you know, of course I wrote everything down, so I've only got like 2 1/4 pages, so it won't take us that long to get through it. And I'm mainly doing this for you know, to leave a legacy for my daughters, something to refer back to if they want to hear about stories and they forgot, you know, the like details or something, they can refer back to the YouTube channel, right? So, but anyway, and this is how I'm doing it. I put all the pictures in like baggies, and then I put the year on there and how old I was. So this was 1960 and I was 2 years old, okay? The photos are a picture of my grandma and I in Colorado. My grandpa was there too, of course, because he was driving the truck. And there was a lot of snow at this time. Oh, and I called her Mama because I couldn't say Grandma, so, but I could say Mama when I was little. And so that was her name, her whole life was Mama. Anyway, I'll show you these pictures now. They're both about the same. So there's my Mama, and there's me. And we were on our way to Colorado to see the heart specialist. And we were at the Continental Divide. Right there it says. And also it says July 66. Oh, I just noticed this on the back. This is my grandma's handwriting, and it says Colorado, en route home in truck and camper from Yellowstone. And it says July 1966. I was 8 years old in 1966, so you can't go, you know, like we can't go by this date. That date is wrong. And it obviously was not July, right? There's snow. Look at all that snow. Anyway, there's the other picture of us. My grandma always cut my hair short and like just goofy looking. I hated the way she cut my hair until I was 7 years old. Like I really hated it. And I think that's why it's so long now, because I just hated that short haircut. But anyway, this one is a little bit better. But these are the only pictures I have left when I was 2 years old. I used to have a ton of pictures, but my sister has them, and I'm not talking to her currently, so I can't get them right now. Like, I don't want to try. I could get them, but I don't want to try. So, and I can explain that later, okay? And another video down the road, I'll explain why I'm not speaking to her. Okay, so then I got, this was one of our many trips to Colorado to see my heart specialist. So I never remember camping. Like my grandpa bought a camper for the back of the truck, but we never went camping. He only bought it to take me and my grandma to the heart specialist in Colorado. So we just went back and forth. I think it was multiple times, like every couple months, going to see the heart specialist because they said that I wouldn't live. So They wanted to see me often, and that's why he bought the camper. But it was nice. And I wrote, my grandpa always drove his truck with a camper on back. It had a bed, a dining table, and a small kitchen, so my grandma could cook us something. A lot of times we would get something on the road, you know, like a fast food or a restaurant or something. And then, yeah, I just wrote on the side here, never went camping. This was only for trips to the heart specialist. I mean, we could have went camping, but I don't remember it, okay? And I was only 2. But I do remember being here with this picture. I remember that. I remember taking the picture. And then I remember taking a picture of me and my grandpa. My grandma took a picture of, you know, me and my grandpa, but I don't have that photo either. And then I said, apparently we were at the Continental Divide, here standing in front of the sign. We always stayed at Yellowstone National Park in our little camper, and it said that on the back of the picture, remember? Because I remember that, you know, I remember that. I didn't even realize this was on the back of this until just now, my grandma's handwriting. But I remember Yellowstone very well. I remember seeing Old Faithful and huge trees. One of the trees, you could even drive through it. So it was so big around, you know, it was so big around that you could drive a vehicle through there, like any vehicle, and you had plenty of room where you're not going to hit the side of the tree or anything. And then the tree extended out even past that, so it didn't, like, I guess, damage the tree. And I think it's still there, that great big, I think it was a red oak, and just a gigantic tree. So anyway, I haven't been there for a long time, years and years and years. So I don't know, but I'm thinking it's still there. I should look it up on Google one day. And then I just wrote, the tree trunk was so cool. I just barely remember a park ranger telling us to be careful of the bears. But I wasn't scared of animals at all. I've never ever been scared of animals. And I always felt safe with my grandparents. So, you know, we weren't supposed to leave any food out. But anyway, we never had any problems with bears. So it was fine. But I do remember that park ranger. I remember his thin face, like a thin face, and his hat on and his uniform, and he was very like professional and, you know, telling us to be careful and everything, which I think they still do. You know, I think they still tell the campers there, you know, be careful of the bears, don't leave food out, you know, that sort of thing. But everybody seems to be pretty respectful. Not sure why I didn't have a coat or shoes on, you know, in the photo. However, I never liked shoes because they always hurt my feet. So, yeah, I don't know if you can see through the cellophane, but yeah, I didn't have shoes. I didn't have a coat. But we just pulled along the side of the road, and my grandma hopped out and, you know, held me, and we took a picture real fast. It's not like we stood there for, you know, an hour or something. And it was cold. I remember it being cold. I'm sure my grandpa just took a quick picture of us. The picture says July 66. Well, definitely this picture wasn't taken in July. And it's not 66 because I was 8 years old in 1966. I had the absolute best grandparents, and I miss them dearly. I miss them dearly. Oh, and just a quick note. Okay, so the other night I was at work, and sometimes I'll get like free cigarettes if somebody gets up and walks off without their cigarettes. Well, my grandpa smoked Lucky Strike. So let me, here, hold on. I'm going to go get these boxes. Now, okay, I'm back. Let me put the microphone back on. Okay, so I found 2 boxes on Wednesday. I never find Lucky Strike boxes. I mean, they're empty, you know, but that's fine. I don't need the cigarettes. But anyway, he always smoked these little Lucky Strikes. They didn't have a filter. They were only about this long back in the day. And I feel like by me finding 2 boxes, they're not even the same. You know, I mean, one has black writing, one has, you know, white writing. I felt like that was his way of saying to me, happy birthday. I really do. I mean, I felt it immediately and I was just like, what the heck? So I think this is really cool and I will always save these because it, you know, of course, it just reminds me of him. And he was the best grandpa ever, the best. I don't remember much else when I was 2 years old, only going to the doctors a lot. We went to the doctors a lot in the emergency room and stuff like that. And I remember eating mac and cheese and green beans, which was my favorite thing my grandma would make, and not out of a box, as they didn't have boxed meals back then. They didn't have like mac and cheese, the box, you know. She would make not the noodles out of scratch, but she would make the cheese sauce out of scratch, and then we would have regular noodles. So it was always so good, and that was just my favorite. I do remember feeling very content and well cared for those first few years. I'm not sure the person I would be today, or even if I would be here at all, without living with my grandparents the first 7 years of my life. Yeah, because my mom was a narcissist and my brother was always in trouble, and we were always moving around, and it was just, you know, for the most part, pretty horrible. So I'm not sure, like, who would I even be today if it wasn't for my grandparents instilling in me good values, a good heart. Like, I don't even know who I would be. Would I be even close to the same as I am right now? I don't know. But I am so grateful that they were in my life. So grateful. They gave me the foundation of who I am, and I love them for that. They didn't try to be good grandparents. They just were good parents. You know what I mean? They didn't try. You know what I mean? Like, I think so many people nowadays, they're like trying so hard to be the best parent and, you know, and everything. But my grandparents, I felt like they were who they were. They didn't change for anybody. They just were good people, really good people. And I just love them for that. And I miss them so much. I really do. But anyway, guys, this is all I got. I'm sorry. This is all I got for year 2. But I have more pictures. So later on, there will be more pictures, you know, to show you all at one time, you know, during the chapters. But anyway, okay, chapter 2 down. Please give me a thumbs up and like the video, thumbs up, and please comment, and please share on your social media. I'm reserving all rights to my story, but if anyone would like to contact me about writing the book, which I'm already writing it out, you know, anyway, but I am not a book writer, so I know that I could probably use help in this area if I was ever to turn it into a real book, and or even a movie. I mean, I think my life would be a good movie. However, I don't know any, you know, movie producers anymore. My uncle was a movie producer, but he's been you know, on the other side for quite a few years now, and I just don't, you know, I don't know anybody else to contact about like making a movie out of my life. But anyway, it's neither here nor there, you know. Whatever happens or whatever doesn't happen is fine. All right. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed this, and I will start working on chapter 3 very soon. All right. Okay, I'll talk to you next time. Okay, bye-bye. Oh, and share on your social media. You can share as much as you want. I'm just reserving the rights, you know, to my story is all. Okay? All right. See you next time. Bye-bye.